Coach Tom here with another Are You a Smart Player series video. Okay, you're playing, your forehands are going long. What do you think of? Why? How do you fix that? Okay, the two most common problems. Number one, your racket face is laid back. Okay, if the racket is laid back at contact, you know, unless you hit the ball very soft, it's going to go long. Okay, if it's laid back. So, how do you fix that? You got to check your grip first of all. If you're holding a hammer grip, the racket's naturally going to be open. Okay, so you've got to go to Eastern. Okay, that's the hammer grip. Now, if you went to Eastern, you're going to turn the hand to the side. The index knuckle and the heel of the hand are going to be on number 3 there. And if you go a little further, you're going to be at number 4. That's a semi-western. So you got to be at Eastern or semi-western. Okay, now, once you have an Eastern or semi-western grip, now with semi-western, when you bring the racket back, okay, the racket is naturally closed. See how my racket is facing down, okay? But when you have an Eastern grip, you know, you're not really that closed, okay? It's more straight up. So you have to push the palm of the hand down slightly. Just think of those two words, palm down, okay, if you have an Eastern grip. Now, once you have the racket face closed at the low point of the backswing, which is, let's say this is the low point of my backswing right here, okay? I'm hitting a waist-high ball, all right? Now, as I come up, notice, see, the racket is still closed here, it's still closed here, but as I get to the contact point, as I come up, notice here now, the racket is vertical. So remember that, once you're if you're closed here, you're going to be vertical here, okay? So that's going to help you prevent that open face, okay? You're going to be vertical. All right, the other thing, the second thing, you may not be hitting with enough topspin. Okay, let's say you're swinging on a, I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's close to a 30-degree angle. So this is the low point of your swing. Here's the finish. Okay, now you're going to get some topspin and you'll get net clearance. But if you're hitting the ball very hard, you're really powdering the ball can be landing long if you're, you know, aiming a little too high. So you have to increase the angle. So this is 30 degrees, we're going to go 45. We're going to go on a 45-degree angle. I mean, you look at guys on the tour now, everybody has this shot here where they're just coming up like that. They're coming up on an 80, 90-degree angle. Why? Number one, because of the speed of the game. The ball's there, they've got to hit it. So Nadal, you'll see him do this a lot. He comes up like that. Tremendous spin, but you'll notice a lot of his shots land short around the service line. So now for you out there, recreational player, club player, you know, if you just change it to 45, you know, increase that topspin, now with the same swing speed, you're going to be hitting a shorter ball because you're getting more spin, and that's going to pull the ball down a little quicker. So let me show you a little drill that can help you always be vertical at contact. Okay, simply stand next to a fence. Now let's say you're going to hit the ball about waist high. So there's your contact point. Okay, now you've got to remember you're going to come down a foot lower, about knee height. So then from there, you're just going to practice swinging up to make sure the racket is vertical here. That's the key. So bring the racket back, drop it down a foot below, swing up, and do this drill with your eyes closed so you can get a feel, you can sense how it feels to keep that forearm and wrist in a fixed position. And then, remember, see, once you get to that contact point and you're vertical, just drive through the ball. Let the racket go through a little, then let your wrist and forearm relax and you can finish over here. But you want to get through the shot first. So that's a good drill to practice. Use that fence here. Just drop it down, foot below, swing up. I'm vertical every time when I hit. And that's the beauty of it. As long as you have that racket face closed at the low point of the backswing, right here, you're guaranteed vertical here for the rest of your life. So, you know, the reason we make mistakes is because we've got movement, let's say, in the forearm too early, things like that. Okay, on this particular shot here, I'm swinging low to high, but it's not on a very steep angle. I'm flattening the shot out more here. It's a low to high swing, but it's only coming up on, let's say, about a 30-degree angle. Okay, as the racket comes back, notice the racket face is closed, meaning that the racket face is facing down. Okay, that's going to guarantee me vertical at contact. Okay, the racket's coming back and now it's starting to drop down. Okay, right there the racket is about a foot below the contact point. Now, from here, if I swing from my shoulder without using the forearm and the wrist, I am guaranteed at vertical right there at contact. Okay, so now I'm going to drive through the ball. The racket is not coming up so steep on that particular shot. Now on this shot, I increase the angle. And that's going to make the ball land shorter. When you increase the angle, you get more spin and your shots will start to land shorter. Okay, racket comes back closed. Racket starts to drop. Right there, the racket is a foot below the contact point. Racket is about knee high right now. So now again, swing from the shoulder and I'm guaranteed vertical at contact. Okay, here right before contact, you can see the racket's coming into the contact position in a slightly closed face, but as it comes up to meet the ball, it will be completely vertical. Okay, now I'm going to come up now on a steeper angle. Look at the finish there. I came up more. I got more spin on the ball. So the shot is going to land shorter. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now you have the two most common reasons of why your shots are landing long with your forehand. So get out and practice those because we're going to have a test on this, all right? There's going to be a test. So do you remember what you need to do? You've got to have the proper grip and you have to make sure that the racket face is closed at the low point of the backswing. Remember, when it's closed there, that's going to guarantee vertical there. Okay, and then increase the topspin if you're still hitting long. Increase that angle. All the best, guys. Listen, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Get out there and practice and make it a great one. All the best.